Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Nuts taking on the Rush. First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about set to go. And towing the slab, Christopher Sanchez. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Number 94, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is in for a strike. Sanchez, with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. And a base hit up the middle. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Now the number 2 hitter.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's not.
There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And that's a stolen base, not even close. That one inside. Look out. Kicks and fires.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
And it remains 2-2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Man at second. He goes down looking.
That's just a nasty pitch right there, and I'm not surprised at all that he got the strikeout looking. At the plate, looks like it's a fastball off the corner the entire way until just that very last second when that cutting action takes over and brings it back to clip the outside corner. You just got to tip your cap sometimes, but overall, that's just a nasty pitch.
And now it's going to be Juan Montez. And a foul ball. That's off the inside corner, and 1-1. Montez recently earned Rookie of the Month honors. Out to center. Rodriguez settles under it, hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Marz.
Let's take a look at our lineup. And we check out the guy in the 7th spot, Freddie Zamora.
Yeah, definitely someone I always enjoy, when I get a chance to watch him, whether he's hitting a game or even taking swings during batting practice. Man, this guy is always so focused on what he's doing on that task at hand. He's got so much attention to detail that when he steps in the box, his success rate is really high.
Turned on, but foul wide of third.
The way this kid played over the last month, it's no wonder he got recognized for it. We'll see if he can keep it up as the league adjusts to him, though.
Ripped to short. Tosses to first. That's the third out. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here with my pal Singy, and getting to start, Ronald Medrano. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. And out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
First pitch misses. Marte with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like you did right there.
Here's Juan Soto. Homered last night, added another hit as well. That's in there. 0-1. Soto working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
0-2 now. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, oftentimes that's the pitch he's trying to set up, the curveball. He'll lean on it pretty heavily, so you got to be expecting it, look for it, and sell out so you don't miss it when you get it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Just missed. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw. Save. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can be a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
Manny Machado up to the plate. He's been a great free agent sign. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Here comes Marte around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield, and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Runner at first with 2 away. Next is the designated hitter, Junior Caminero.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Headed towards the corner, Sandoval racing over to make the catch. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 1 inning in the books here. The Dominican Republic on top 2-0. Back here in Miami, now Christian Sandoval.
Christian Sandoval.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Sanchez back to work. Right side. Gets it to first. 1 out in the second.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Emanuele.
And now, Emanuele Trujillo. And that drops in for a strike. Sanchez, an all-star a season ago. He features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and occasionally.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, so good. And then by the time it's in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
This one in the air, right field. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
2 down, bases empty. Now here is Freddie Zamora.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Owns a 10-game hitting streak right now, and this is where it starts to get fun.
In there for strike 1. Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw some and get the bat over with as quickly as possible.
Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul. On the ground, right side. Marte throws to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. That misses, and that's ball 1. Just missed. Right through there for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike.
3-2.
And that one hit to first. Trujillo, the flip, and very nicely done for the out.
Batting 8, the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Rodriguez went deep in his most recent game. Next offering is foul back. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So up next, Geraldo Perdomo. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Perdomo recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
2 out, space is empty. And now 2-1.
2-1.
Line drive. Oh, he botches it. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Now batting, the right fielder, Fernando.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Checks over to first. Back safely. And it's fouled away. Perdomo off of first with 2 away.
Let's go. Do it again.
Swing and a foul out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Just
that ball
missed.
went out.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
And El Nino is stifled for the K. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back.
Leading
And
off
coming
for
off a
the
series
Nuts,
where the
the third
pitching was
baseman,
outstanding.
Yasser
We take a look
Mercedes.
at those numbers. That misses,
outside.
and that's ball one. Mercedes getting to start at third, only 20 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Swing and a miss, and now it's even 1-1. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Machado slings it across. They go 5-3 for the first out as the third baseman makes the play from the shortstop spot in the shift. And here's the rookie catcher, Melvin Novoa. That just misses. 1-0.
Ball one, no strikes.
In there at the knees.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
And that is cut on and missed. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
The other way,
That ball's
and
foul.
foul ball. Off the plate inside, and that is ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Just misses with that one. That one just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Hit on the ground to short. Perdomo on the run, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Bottom of the inning. Here's Ketel Marte.
The second
He
baseman
provides a
Ketel.
surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Juan Soto now struck out swinging his first time. That one is upstairs. Nobody out, runner at first. And that one a little below the knees. 2-0. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. Runner takes off. That one fouled off. 2-2. Outside corner, got him looking.
Well, that'll make you smile out there on the mound, or maybe pump out your chest a little bit farther. That's about as good of a backdoor curveball as you'll ever see. Right on the black, and not surprisingly, just locked him up in the box.
Guerrero now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
And now it's Manny Machado. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And that is out of play. And that misses.
Outside.
And the count is 1-1. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2
Now
outs.
batting, the designated hitter, Junior.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Ronald Medrano gives way, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute.
Hamlet Sánchez, gracias por suscribirte.
Now pitching.
A new pitcher in the game, Darius Bermudez.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
First and second, 2 outs. Caminero will hit next. He's 0 for 1. And the first offering is not close. Two outs outside, and that's ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that's in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond.
That's ball 3.
Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Gets under it and pops it up. Zamora brings it in, and that is that. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Number 23.
And that one is in for a strike.
You know, this group of hitters, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Here's the center fielder, Juan Montez. Fought off foul.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Right through there for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
And now it's Mark Vientos. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Lisette de los Santos, gracias por suscribirte. Héctor Polonia, gracias por suscribirte.
Back there, and it's gone. A laser to left, and we're all square. It's 2-2.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Sandoval, batting with one down, takes a strike. Fouled off left side. Foul ball, still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The changeup missing. Now 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
The first baseman,
Emanuele Trujillo now at the plate. Flied out his first time. And that misses. Ball one. And another ball.
2-0.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And
oh, that got him on the mound. In there safely. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Freddie Zamora. 0 for 1 so far. The shortstop takes the ball. Trujillo off of first with 2 away. That's inside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
On the ground. To first, it short hops him, but a nice pick for out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. 2-2 game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ready to go,
Leading
bottom 4. And now the catcher comes up to him, Austin Wells. Fastball is outside.
Well, these guys, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
And there's a foul ball. That's to third. Mercedes tosses to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, center fielder Julio
Rodriguez digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs,
batter,
all strikes.
2.
He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
And the batter now, Geraldo Perdomo. That's in there. That's strike 1. That's towards center. In position. Squeezes it. That is the inning. Through 4, we're deadlocked at 2 apiece.
Now pitching.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Dennis Santana.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And now, Yasser
the
Mercedes.
third baseman, Yasser
So easy to look at the big boys
Mercedes.
in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
There's the strike, 95 of that one.
Well, these players just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Su Heidi Mota, gracias por
Outside
suscribirte.
low, and a count 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. He's got it. And there's one away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And that one fouled off. And the slider catches the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Abel Uribe appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Dominguez, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And that one lifted in the air center field. Rodriguez corrals it. 2 away down.
Now batting, left fielder Ismael.
Now the left fielder, 1 for 2. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power. Yeah, that's fouled off.
He just has to understand that his skill set is unique, and he's very valuable for any ball club. If he does that, he'll play a long time in this league.
In for a strike. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We've hit the halfway point. Tied 2-2. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Bermudez back to work. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Number 2. Up and loosening in the pen. Gutierrez also throwing. Swings through that one out in front that time.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Inside, just missed.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Hit on the ground to short. Fires across the diamond, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, the second baseman, Cattell.
Here's the second baseman,
Marte.
Cattell Marte. He's 2 for 2. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Fastball is outside. 1 out, base is empty. That one finds the zone. 2 balls and a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
That's in there, and the count is 2-2. And that's outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Just a simple
Now
ground ball
batting,
the other way.
left
They
field.
had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do.
Soto.
Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
One down. And now it's Juan Soto, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. One away, tie game, go ahead run stands at first. Last half of inning number 5. Outside low, 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And now it's even up.
That's a really good take.
2 strikes. We got full count.
Calling this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Marte leads off first with 1 away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just missed the zone like
Luis
that.
Gamer,
And
gracias por
he's real
suscribirte.
discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Guerrero in the box now, takes strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. That's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Manny Machado.
Here comes Manny Machado.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Through 5, all even at 2-2. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now number 23. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Santana, 28 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Elvis Alvarado, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Doval also getting ready. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Next to hit, Juan Montez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that one upstairs. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Ow! 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Mark Vientos, the next to hit. Vientos having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Guerrero makes the grab, and that is that. Home half of the 6th inning coming up. Deadlocked to 2 apiece. And we're back. Now it's going to be Junior Caminero. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. The 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 2 getting ready to go. Check swing, and that's a ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. When you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Wells in the box again, takes a strike. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Julio.
And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 2 in this one. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about. Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. 6 innings behind us, all square at 2-2.
Now pitching.
On the mound now, Elvis Alvarado. On for his 20th appearance of the year. Now it's the right fielder, Christian Sandoval.
The right fielder, Christian Sandoval.
And there's a strike.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And there's a strike on the outside corner. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it onto first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Emanuele Trujillo will hit next. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering is down low. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. One down, base is empty. And that's downstairs. And it's 2-2. Got him. 2 gone.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Zamora, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swing and a pop-up, foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Inside, 2-1. And delivers outside. And that drops in for a strike. Out to short, Perdomo. Zips it to first. Out number 3.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher
Number
here to start
78.
the bottom of the 7th. Number 78.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Here's the shortstop at the
for
plate.
Dominican
Geraldo
The
Perdomo.
shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they had the lead. Home run number 15 on the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 3-2.
You're not going to be able to wipe the smile off his face for a while, Boog. He just changed the game. No doubt in my mind, just about everybody in this ballpark holding their breath on that one. I tell you, just barely snuck it inside the foul pole, and talk about a huge swing. That's it in this ball game. Could be the biggest swing of this ball game. We'll see.
Now the batter now, Fernando Tatis Jr. There's a strike. Tatis waits. And that is in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom of the 7th. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck.
Juan José de la Rosa Maldonado, gracias por suscribirte.
Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
The batter, number 4, second baseman,
Ketel Marte now at the plate.
Marte.
3 for 3 with 3 singles. Just missed.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
Just missed.
Well, they gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
Next offering is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
And that one hammered. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
The left fielder, number 22.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Juan Soto. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over. So it's there, at least in the back of your mind.
Guerrero, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Soto, the runner at first with 2 gone. Back up the middle and a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now Machado up here.
Machado.
That catches the outside corner. Strike 1. In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair. Soto scores. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 78 done for the night, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching.
Now a right-handed arm
Number
out of the
2.
bullpen, number 2.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the DH, Junior Caminero. 0 for 3 in this one. Tap foul at the plate. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1.
1-1.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Next pitch
2 balls,
way
1
upstairs.
strike.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That one hooked foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Fights it off. He'll see another. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. We look ahead to inning number 8. The Rush have the advantage, 4-2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Camilo Doval.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading off for the
Here's the
Nuts,
third baseman, Yasser Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Doval, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a cutter, and he works in a sinker. Action in the pen down there. Carlos Estevez appears to be getting loose. That's to third, and foul ball. And it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. The tag out. Now here is Melvin Novoa. That one misses, and it's 1-0. And that's in for a strike. That one ripped. And a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Now batting, left fielder Ismael.
Now the left fielder.
Mejia.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
There's the strike.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The tying run at the plate. Swing and a chopper out to short. Off balance speed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Now it's the second baseman, 1 for 3. Right down to shoot, and it's 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
Tying run at the plate. Pitch misses, and the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in, Austin Wells. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Movement in the bullpen. Mejia up and throwing. Fly ball to right. Sandoval makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Julio.
So digging in, Julio Rodriguez. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Norma Arce, gracias por suscribirte.
That misses. Ball 1.
Calixto Peralta 0307, gracias por suscribirte.
Just off the inside edge.
Rayo Magnético, gracias por suscribirte. Daniel, gracias por suscribirte.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Sandoval calls it in, 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Geraldo.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. He's already homered in this game. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Fastball in for a strike, and a count 1-2.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Swings and misses, struck him out. number 94.
Ismael Munguia.
That one
Well, that's
outside.
incomplete.
And we're underway. Next pitch is
that's just
outside.
out.
That one the other way. Perdomo fires over to first. One up, one down. Take a look at the lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Melvin Novoa.
Well, Boog, he's a guy to watch because he capitalizes on the big situations as well as anyone. Hitting over 350
Domingo
with runners in
Ramírez,
scoring
gracias por
position. And you know what that
suscribirte.
means? That means he's a key player for this offense because he can really
José
drive
Santo,
them in
gracias
when the
por
team
suscribirte.
needs him the most. He's been clutch all year.
Juan Pablo Chacón Hernández, gracias por suscribirte.
Number 23 stands in now and watches strike
0-1.
one. Line drive. Nice grab.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 down, bases empty. Juan Montez digs in now.
This kid always seems to make something happen, and that's a great way to have a long career. Every team in the league wants players who get on base at a high rate.
And first offering is fouled off.
Hey, you got this.
2 down, nobody on. And that's a strike. The changeup
ball.
missing, and it's 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And now the count is even. 2 outs, base is empty. That
I got
misses
3-2.
off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one to first. He'll do it himself,
He's out.
and it's a 1-2-3 inning. On to the bottom of the first. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Ronald Medrano.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
High chopper to third. Mercedes. And a quick out, number 1. And let's take a look at the lineup.
The second
And a
baseman,
big factor
catcher,
for them in recent games,
Marz.
Julio Rodriguez.
Well, a huge game last time out. 5 runs batted in, and it seemed like every opportunity he had, he was taking advantage of it. We'll see what kind of impact he can have in this one.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And that one popped in the air, left field. And there's 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent
Batting
pace.
third, the left fielder, Juan.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Juan Soto. Soto
Off the plate,
with some
ball 1.
nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most.
Oh, look at the stop. What a play, inning over. Scoreless after one. New inning getting started. Now it's the DH, Mark Vientos. Sanchez back to work. Pitch misses there. Ball one.
Boog, our man Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Swing and a miss. That's strike two. Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable, but it's pretty fair for the most part. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
And now the right fielder, Christian Sandoval. And that misses. And that's ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
Second inning here, no score. In the air, right side. Tatis after it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
The other way. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Jordan La Ciencia 03, gracias por suscribirte. David Urbina, gracias por suscribirte.
Nope, outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That's a laser base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Manny Machado. And that one sliced foul. That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And down on strikes he goes. Machado is gone, and there's one away.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Junior Caminero. That one found hard the other way. Fastball for a strike. 0-2. Man at first, one away.
One ball, two
Squirts
strikes.
away a little bit. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's got a chance. On the warning track, and hauls it in.
Batting seventh, the catcher, Austin Wells.
Now the catcher up to hit, Austin Wells. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Ball, that's out.
Just missed. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Right through there for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Guerrero off of first with 2 away. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. We'll move to the third with no score.
Blondie, gracias por suscribirte.
Welcome back.
Leading
And
off
coming
for
off
the
a series
Nats,
where the
the
pitching
shortstop,
was
Ready,
outstanding. We take a look at those numbers.
Cecily, gracias por suscribirte.
Just
No, that's
missed.
low.
Sanchez, 28 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Next pitch is outside.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
And
That's
another
ball
ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And there's the automatic. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And he walked him.
No, that's a ball.
And that's
Take
their
a break.
first base runner of the game.
What a battle. It's not
Batting
always
eighth,
easy
the
laying
third
off a
baseman,
3-2
Yasser
pitch, and I tell you what, he
Mercedes.
earned that walk.
Next to hit, Yasser Mercedes. First
Ball
pitch
inside.
just misses.
Kevin Uribe, gracias por suscribirte.
Step off, throw to first.
Stay, PJ.
Zamora dives back in safely. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Guerrero. He steps on the bag and one away in the top of the third.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Here's the catcher to hit, Melvin Novoa. That one fouled off. Top of the third, no score.
Anderson, Capín, gracias por
And
suscribirte.
it's 0-2.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. He walks him, no big deal.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Love how he let that ball travel,
batting,
trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Munguia.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the left fielder. Grounded out to short in his first trip. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that's off the outside edge. And that is ball one. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, number 23.
Now the number 2 hitter.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year.
And fouled off. That one not close. And 1-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Just off the inside edge.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Ball.
In the dirt. No advance from the runners. 3-1 now. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And a 3-2. Up the middle. In plenty of time to first. That's out number 3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here in Miami, set for the bottom of the third. Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez matched a homer in his last game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fastball is outside. And another ball.
We got 3-0.
That one finds the zone, and it's 3-1. Swing at a high fly ball right field. Sizing this one up. And makes the grab. And there's one away.
Batting ninth, The shortstop.
And down the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Perdomo.
Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Base hit, left center field. And that turns the lineup over.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So the lineup flips over. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Up and in, and it's 1-0. Perdomo, the base runner at first with one out. And that misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Tatis waits.
Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball could be 2. There's 1.
Got him. That's
Throw to
out.
first, but he beat it.
Stay.
Here's Ketel
The batter,
Marte.
number 4.
Flied to left
Second
his first
baseman,
time.
Ketel Marte.
Not
Ball
close
1, no
with that
strike.
one. Ball 1.
Two balls, no strike.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
2 outs. Just missed. Juan Soto in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that's in for a strike.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there, and as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
On the ground. Slings to first, and that's the 3rd out. On to the 4th, still scoreless. And we're back. John
Leading off
Shambi
for
with
the
Chris
Nuts,
Singleton,
the center
and set
fielder,
to lead off the 4th, Juan Montez. First pitch, and he just misses.
He's been
Now
pitching
1-0.
well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Tatis under it, hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Marz Vientos.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Mark Vientos. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Swing and a bouncer. Perdomo. And there's
He's
2
out.
away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Christian Sandoval.
And now here is Christian Sandoval. Flied to right his first time.
Let's go, kid.
To third. And it gets by him.
The first baseman, number 9, Emmanuel.
And here's the first baseman,
Trujillo.
Emmanuel Trujillo. He's 0 for 1. Just
Oh,
off the inside edge. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike
One
one.
ball, one
This guy's
strike.
got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Over to first, and he saved. Fourth inning underway, no score. Runner on the move. Strike in there. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Juan Soto.
Foul ball there. Up the middle. Handles, throws
He's
to
out.
first. They get the out on Soto.
Well, he's doing a nice job of
Now
keeping
batting,
the ball
first
out of the
baseman,
air. Lets the
Vladimir
defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Next
Ball
offering
2.
is downstairs. Next offering is fouled back. Outside low, and the count's full. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Now batting.
Manager out of the
third baseman,
dugout, and
Manny
he's going to make a change. Ronald
Machado
Medrano out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching.
Now on the bump, Darius Bermudez.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and you need a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Here's Machado. He's 0 for 1. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a gold glove, if not a platinum glove.
In there at the knees. 0-2 now. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hands.
Oh, that's a strikeout. And that'll do it for the inning. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late.
Feliciano Méndez,
Really been
gracias por
struggling.
suscribirte.
Sanchez back to work. And that one is downstairs. 1-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Dennis Santana getting loose out there. Dominguez warming up as well. And he grounds one to the right side. Marte, the throw to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Now the third baseman, Yasser Mercedes. Grounded out his first time. And ball one.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. That catches the top part of the zone, and it's 2-1. One down, base is empty. Fouls one off. 2-2. Good eye right there.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
Now batting.
Melvin Novoa, the next to hit, and he's already singled in this game. Ground ball to first, could be 2. Goes to second for 1. Relay to Guerrero, in time, inning-ending double play. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. And we still have no score. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Junior Caminero.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
You know, this group of hitters just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Fouled off. He was late. Next pitch is inside. 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That's down and in. In the air, left field, under this one. And out number 1 on the grab.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming
number
open instead
28.
of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Wells batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Got him swinging. That's out number 2.
Pretty simple plan of attack on the mound right there, huh?
Yeah, nothing but fastballs. They just kept putting down the number 1 and letting it fly. I like it.
Yeah, me too, and I'd love to hit against that. But, of course, when you're in the box, you think he's bound to change speeds on you at some point. You're just kind of locked up, sort of like reverse psychology.
Now a chance for Julio Rodriguez. Pulls that one foul. Center field. And the inning is over. 6th inning coming up. Still nothing on the scoreboard. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Gregory Soto.
Now
and this could be a tough first test for him right here. His numbers against lefties aren't great this season.
Now the left fielder, 0 for 2 in this one. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in this day and age is to not get caught up in trying to hit home runs because so many people are.
Number 23.
Maybe a little small ball is exactly what the doctor ordered to rev up this offense, and they've been pretty quiet all game, so maybe this wakes them up a bit and helps them get on the board.
Go ahead run on base. Here's the second baseman. Outside with a breaking ball.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need them in this game today.
Activity in the bullpen. Elvis Alvarado, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Doval, the hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Well, that was an important at bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Juan Montez. Line to right, base hit. Runner around 3rd. He's safe as he gets his hand in, and it's 1-0.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Mark Vientos will hit next.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
struck him out looking.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Sandoval now at the plate. 1 for 2. First pitch misses.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Fly ball center field. Rodriguez in and to his right. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
The first baseman, number 9, Emanuele Trujillo.
So up next, Emanuele Trujillo. He's grounded out a couple of times. Little chopper rolls foul. And it's 1-1. First and second, 2 down. That's way outside, and it's 2-1. Two on, 2 outs. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tatis really on his horse for it. And that's the 3rd out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And that one is inside ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Action in the pen down there. Number 2, preparing to come on if needed. Ground ball to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. And a 1-2.
That's ball 2.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. Stays alive. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That one back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yogi Luciano, gracias por suscribirte.
And ball 1 to the right fielder. Tatis, multi-time All-Star, 26 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. On the ground to the left, but it kicks foul. Ball to strike. That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Ketel Marte getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then carried that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Here's Juan Soto. Has grounded out a couple of times. Fought off foul. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Dennis Santana.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Freddie Zamora.
And still looking for that hit to keep this streak going, and this might be his last shot at it, Boog.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Hit in the air, center field. Rodriguez hauls it in, and there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Mercedes now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Strike 2.
That's really the money spot down the way. If you can locate it consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
He caught it behind his back, and that's a great play for the out.
The bat, the catcher, Melvin Novoa.
And here's the catcher, Melvin Novoa. That's outside. Ball 1. Fastball is outside. And another ball. Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one misses outside. It's ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Number 94 in the box now as he leaves that one up high. That one missing inside. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He beats the throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second. Now it's the second baseman. 1 for 3. Splits the plate, and that's strike 1. Two outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. On to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. The Nuts on top here, 1-0.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Steven Cruz.
Going to be a tough matchup for him right here. Right-handed hitters have been having a lot of success against him so far this season.
Well, 1-run game. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Guerrero Jr.
Just missed. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Should have this one. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Manny.
Here's Manny Machado now.
Machado.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
There's your strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
One down, base is empty.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
And that one is lifted in the air. Sandoval. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Junior.
Next is the designated hitter, Junior Caminero. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that's ball 1. Fastball is outside. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Elvis Alvarado.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the center fielder, Juan Montez.
The center fielder.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Fouled off left side. That one
One ball,
missed.
one strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Throws to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
The batter, the designated hitter, Marz. Vientos.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Stepping in, Vientos. And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Alvarado, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Got it. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
A tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
And now it's going to be Christian Sandoval. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Man at second. Outside. Going to count 1-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
One gone, runner at first. And here's the first baseman, Emmanuel Trujillo. Slice to right. Tatis snags it for the second out.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Freddie.
Here's the
Zamora.
shortstop at the plate, Freddie Zamora. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat, as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. That's outside, and it's 1-0. Movement in the bullpen, Sir Anthony Dominguez. The veteran right-hander appears to be loosening up. Uribe getting loose as well. Throw to first. Sandoval back in on a dive. Two outs. The shortstop takes the ball. Out to short, Perdomo. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single, and it's 2-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, number 78.
And he's been racking up strikeouts at a high rate this year, typically at least 1 an inning, so he'll be tough to get to.
Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Wells.
And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No
Pitching
balls,
has been
2
pretty
strikes.
dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swings through it for the K. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Thought it was a pretty good
The
pitch.
center
Top
field,
of the
number
strike zone.
44,
We're seeing more
Julio
fastballs in that location. Hitters,
Rodriguez.
especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
And now Julio Rodriguez. Ball 1 low. And
2
another
balls,
ball.
No strike.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Next offering in there for a strike.
2
Now
balls,
2-1.
1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. That one back there. And foul as it bangs off the fence. Up the middle. Over to
Got
first.
him.
2 up, 2 down.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently.
The
It doesn't
batter,
matter how
number
many
2.
highlight reel plays you make
Shortstop,
if you can't
Geraldo.
execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Geraldo Perdomo, the next to hit. He is singled and he is flied to left. And there's a curve through for a strike.
Some hitters are just more
0-1's the
confident
count.
if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still 0-2.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
And he chases that one. 3 up, 3 down, inning over.
Now pitching.
We're back, and on the
Carlos
mound is the closer, Carlos
Estevez.
Estevez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches.
Play number 94. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
0-1's the count.
First pitch, 7-11.
And that's in the dirt. The 1-1 is fouled off.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Misses
Yep, that ball went
outside. The count now 2-2. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Throw back in holds him at first, so just a single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
Number
Just
23.
a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And now the rookie second baseman. Outside low, and that's ball one. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Nobody out, runner at first. Too low, and it's ball three. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. On the ground to second, might be two. There's one to Guerrero, and they turn two.
Batting first, the center fielder, Juan Montez.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Juan Montez. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And the first pitch misses for ball one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Next offering misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That smash towards center. Rodriguez brings it in for the 3rd out. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Back here with my pal Singy. And today on the hill, Ronald Medrano. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Fernando Tatis Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And that is downstairs. Now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And that is out of play. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Counts 1-0.
Tatis runs. That's in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And down towards the bottom of the lineup, hitting 8th here, Julio Rodriguez.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Ripped into right center, base hit. And that keeps the inning going. That extends his hitting streak to an even dozen, Singy. Do opposing pitchers start to take notice when a guy's on a roll like this?
Yeah, I think so, Boog. It's not like it changes the scouting report on a guy or anything like that too much, but you're aware of who's swinging the hottest bat, and that's definitely him right now.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Oh,
that's too low. And that is ball 1. Foul ball. Soto off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Up with it. Fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. We played an inning. No score. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Second inning set to go. And now the DH, Mark Vientos. Sanchez back to work. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Darryl Parker assigned to umpiring duty behind home plate.
And Boog, with DP, it's sort of a coin flip on those borderline corner pitches. Doesn't really favor one side of the plate more than the other. Sometimes you'll get a little extra to the plate, and sometimes you won't. It does seem like he evens it out over the course of a game, though.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle. That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Line drive, come on.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Sandoval.
Here's the rookie right fielder, Christian Sandoval. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Outside with a breaking ball. Just off the inside edge.
Aye. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
2 balls,
1 out, bases empty. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. To the right side. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting 6, the first baseman, Emanuele Trujillo.
2 down, bases empty. And here is Emanuele Trujillo. Hit in the air, right field. Tatis drops into the glove, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now the veteran third baseman, Manny Machado. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Batting 6, the designated hitter.
And now, Junior Caminero. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
And there's a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Austin Wells in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball is going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
2 outs. And on the ground to the right side. And that one finds its way through. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
First and second, 2 outs. And here is Geraldo Perdomo. Misses off the inside. Ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 on, 2 outs. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Two on, 2 outs. Late swing, foul to the left. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome back.
Leading
And
off
coming
for
off a
the
series
ninth,
where the
the
pitching
shortstop,
was
Ready,
outstanding. We take a look at those numbers. Right through there for a strike. Zamora in his rookie season, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. And that one is downstairs. And now it's even 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting eight.
Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row. Man, that's when even the hitting coach starts to leave you alone. You're going so good that nobody wants to mess it up.
Yasser Mercedes in the box now. No balls and a strike.
That's a ball.
Pitch misses there. Ball 2. Snap throw to first. Zamora back on a dive. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
First and second. No outs. Novoa will hit next. He was 0 for 4 in Wednesday's game. Tap foul at the plate. First and second, no outs here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And that one fouled off. And now the lefty. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Throws to first in time. Awesome play there.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at bat.
Here's the left fielder. Golden opportunity right here. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
In the air, left side. Soto gets under it. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning.
Well, he was trying to get his team on the scoreboard and take a lead here in this ball game, but an outstanding job by the defense. Excellent execution, a bang, bang play at the dish, and they just got him in time.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
on the ground, and that's just foul. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
The batter, number 4.
Here's Ketel
Second
Marte.
baseman,
Grounded
Ketel
out his first time up.
Marte.
High fly ball out towards left field. That's back. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I
Well,
tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Juan
Soto now.
Soto.
1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Throws across the diamond. They get the out on Soto. That's the inning. On to the 4th. Still scoreless. On to the 4th. Now the number 2 hitter. Number 23.
Number 23.
And that one's a little bit low. Ball 1.
No strikes.
And downstairs. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. This one in the air. Brings it in. 1 down.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Montez stands in now and watches strike 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's off the mark. Now 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. 1 down, base is empty. That misses, and it's 2 and 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Got him swinging.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
And now it's Mark Vientos. 0 for 1 so far. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Missed with a changeup. Now 2 balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Zips it across, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Welcome back. Let's
Leading
check out
off
what's
for
been
the
happening
Dominican
of late.
Republic, the
Really
first
been
baseman,
playing well.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And that's
Ball
too
one.
high.
Counts 1-0. Hey.
Just
Nope.
missed.
2 balls, 1 strike. Ball 3.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
That one misses.
Nope, that's up
So a
there.
leadoff
Ball
walk.
4.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to
Now batting,
score in this
the third
one.
baseman,
Don't want to wake the team
Manny
up with the free pass.
And now it's
Machado.
Manny Machado. He's 0 for 1. And fouled off. And now the 0-1. And strike 2.
2. No balls, 2 strikes.
Guerrero aboard here at first with nobody out. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So now here's the DH, Junior Caminero. A single his first time.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
That one
Ball,
inside,
that's inside.
and that's ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 2, up and loosening in the pen. Gutierrez also throwing. A little bit low, and the count is 2-0.
2-0.
That's
Ball
a little
3.
bit low.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but
The
you know, his
catcher,
confidence
number
should still
28,
be high enough to get
Austin.
out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
2 on, 1 out. And now Austin Wells. Late with the swing there.
Well, a come and get me
0-1's the
fastball
count.
right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Aye.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Base hit right field. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now
The center
loaded.
fielder,
Only
number
1 away.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That's a
Rodriguez.
good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ronald Medrano won't go any further tonight, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we
Now
get back. Pitching change here, Darius Bermudez.
Definitely a guy that pounds the strike zone, makes hitters earn their way on base, and rarely gets in trouble because of free passes.
Julio Rodriguez now at the plate. And he's already singled in this game. Out towards left center. Sizes this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tags for home. He'll score on the sac fly. On the board first. It's 1-zip.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Geraldo Perdomo getting ready to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. In for a strike. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just off the outside part of the plate.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
One and 2 now. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's out to center field. Under it. Nabs it. And that is that. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We're headed to the 5th. The Dominican Republic lead it 1-0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Sandoval.
Sanchez back to work. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Well, these guys just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Tag, but he's in there.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Trujillo.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Trujillo, the next to hit. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And the lefty with the 0-1. Outside. Sandoval leads off second with nobody out. This one in the air. He's got it, and there's one down.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Freddie.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Christopher Sanchez will depart. Gave him a good effort as he exits with a lead. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on here, Dennis Santana.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Now it's the shortstop, Freddie Zamora. First pitch, and he just misses. 1 out and a runner at second. And fires in a fastball at 95. In the dirt, but kept close. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
Three-two now.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, one out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up. And that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. And that helps keep the energy and morale high in the dugout.
Mercedes takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez getting ready to go. Soto, the power lefty, up as well. Next offering upstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
2-2 count.
Line drive. And that's the third out. Back here in Miami, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr.
Junior.
And a foul ball. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that one is inside. Out to center. Settles under this one. And there's one down.
The batter, number 4. Second baseman,
Ketel Marte digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one. And that is downstairs. And that is ball 1. In the air, left field. Under it. Hauls it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, left fielder, Juan.
2 outs, base is empty.
Soto.
And now it's Juan Soto. 1 for 2. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
1-0.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Makes the catch, and that'll do it. So digging in, Melvin Navoa. His righty-lefty splits there. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Elvis Alvarado, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Doval getting cranked up as well. 0-1. Check swing, called strike. On the ground to third. Machado throws to first in time. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Now the left fielder. Santana, a righty that throws with power. 28 years old. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one is upstairs. Base is empty, one away, and we're the top half of the sixth. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. One down, base is empty.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at-bat to hit.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The 2-2 now. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 away.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
First pitch misses. And that drops in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Next pitch inside. 2-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that one fouled off. On the ground to third. Boots it.
He's safe.
Now batting, the center.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden you got another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
So up next, Juan Montez. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Nope, that's
and there's a ball.
Well, that's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it was. If you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Goes down looking. So no runs on no hits, 1 error and a runner left. To the bottom of the 6th inning. The Rush out front here, 1-0. And we're back. John Shambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outside low. 1-0. Movement in the bullpen. A lefty up and throwing out there. Fastball for a strike. And that misses. And a count 2-1. And he swings through that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Next pitch is downstairs. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. On to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the third baseman, Manny
Machado up to the plate.
Machado.
Climb the ladder with that fastball. That's strike 1. Ball 1 there. A changeup missing, and it's 2-1. That clips the corner. Out to short. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Junior Caminero.
2 down, base is empty. Here's a big power threat. Junior Caminero. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
And another ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And there's the strike. On the ground, right side. Gets it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Now pitching.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Elvis Alvarado.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
For the Nuts,
well,
the designated
one-run
hitter,
game. Mark Vientos now at the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball, that's out.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. Swings through that one for strike 2.
That was straight queso right there.
Sandoval in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Looking to get the tying run on base. And the tying run is on base.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian
Sandoval will hit next. Sandoval having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Swing and a foul out of play. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7.
That's a ball.
This to third. To second, that's one. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now batting, the first baseman, Emanuele Trujillo.
And now, Emanuele Trujillo. And that one clips the corner. Next offering is fouled back. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Mejia.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Austin Wells getting ready to hit.
The catcher, Austin Wells.
On the inside corner for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Right through there for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
That misses the zone, and the count is 1-2.
Two the count.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Could get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Rodriguez lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Line drive, base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Perdomo in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Now snap throw to first. And he's back in safely. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Next offering is in for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Lined, and that's a base hit. into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Next to hit, Fernando Tatis Jr. 1 for 3. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Rodriguez, the runner at third. Perdomo at first, one gone. Comes up empty.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And a swing and a miss. 2 out.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his club.
Now here is Ketel Marte. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. And that drops in for a strike. That one way inside. The 1-1. That's down and in.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2 outs. That one outside. Ball 3.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Two on, 2 outs. Popped in the air. Left field. Pulls it in on the run. And that's the inning.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Camilo Doval.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Zamora up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. The shortstop takes the ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Carlos Estevez, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now, Yasser Mercedes. Slider right there.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And it's 0-2. And that's down and away.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Line drive, fair ball. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Around third. Now a relay to the plate, but it's offline. He will score. It's 1-1.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Novoa, the next to hit, takes low for a ball. Man at second.
Hey.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to...
Base hit center field. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the eighth.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with two strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with two strikes.
Chris Anthony Dominguez is checked into the game.
Well, good luck against this guy. He's been extremely tough to hit this year. His numbers are excellent.
Number 94, the next to hit, takes outside. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame, and we're in the top of the eighth. Next offering is fouled back.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
No, inside.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
The 2-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Next pitch, not close, up high. Caught him looking for the K.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Check on the runner. Novoa dives back in safely. Runner on the go. And a foul ball.
José de la Rosa, gracias por suscribirte.
There's the strike.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Juan Montez, the next to hit.
Montez.
Headed towards the corner, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, number 78.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Towards first, and it's just foul. That was close. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
0-1.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fouled off. He was late. Got him looking. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect. And not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
Here comes Manny Machado. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Inside and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Junior Caminero digs in now. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. And that's a little high.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
And that's off the inside edge. And now 2-0. Smoked on the ground a second. Got him on the off-balance throw. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Through 8 full, the Nuts with the lead 2-1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Carlos Estevez.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Vientos stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Estevez, a 6'6" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Ball 2.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And now the count filled up 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Sandoval.
So man aboard, Christian Sandoval now at the plate. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Here goes the runner. Next offering is fouled back. Runner on the go again. That one fouled off.
2 balls.
This
2
one in
strikes.
the dirt. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Stays alive. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fastball is outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
First and second, no outs. Trujillo getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Yeah, that's in for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Tatis makes the grab, and there's one away.
The batter, number 4, shortstop, Freddie Zamora.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Freddie Zamora. The shortstop takes the ball.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Next offering is fouled back. Two on, 1 out. And there's a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. Battling here as he fouls it away. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here at the top of the 9th. And it's even up. That one missed. It goes down looking. Here's the third baseman, Yasser Mercedes.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Swing and a pop-up. Guerrero. And makes the grab. And that is that. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. We head now to the bottom of the 9th. The Nuts have the advantage, 2-1.
Now pitching.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, J.C. Ramirez.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So We'll see how he does
Leading
here.
off for the run.
Well,
the catcher,
one-run game
Austin.
leading off Austin Wells. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. One-run game, bottom 9. Fought off foul. And that is out of play.
Gracias por suscribirte.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. One out, bottom of the 9th.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one
The
for the
center
closer.
fielder,
I mean, you
number
get that
44,
punch out, you
Julio
get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
And that one in the air, center field. On the move. Brings it in. 2 down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Geraldo.
So it's their last chance in this one. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo, known for his late inning heroics. First offering, and it just misses. Two down, nobody on. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Line drive, that's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already
Now
is
batting,
bat
the right
stays in
fielder,
the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's a big run over there at first base. He's got some speed. Let's see if they send him.
Trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Missed with a changeup. Now 2 balls and a strike. They're down to their final strike. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. That one way outside, and it's 3-2.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
This could end it. Hit to right, and that ought to do it. Ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them.